Hey guys, today I'm going to show you 2 ways to practice triads that are super powerful. You may have seen these before, but I want to show you a way that you can integrate them with your scale practice as well to create a kind of integrated practice to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, get the technique and the fretboard knowledge that's going to really serve you in a musical way. So the first thing is to play inversions of triads kind of diagonally. And I think of this sort of as the Berklee method because I know a lot of guitarists who went through the Berklee program have practiced this, and it's also in the William Leavitt books by the Berklee Press, the Modern Method for Guitar. And it's more of a diagonal approach to inversions. If we were to take C major, for example, it would look like this. And the next ones would, if I came down, I like to come down this way. And then you would have the one from first inversion like this. And if we go up to the next one, these shapes, a little hard to play on a classical guitar, they're the same as the shapes I began with. So you could play these in block chords like this, or you could do various arpeggios and come down maybe. The order of your arpeggio is going to determine the left-hand placement because we want to play, if we're playing arpeggios, we want to play arpeggios with both hands, meaning that we, for example, coming down, we would prepare the fingers in the order that they're needed. So, whereas if we're coming up, the order would be different for the left hand. So to practice those major C major chords in that way is super powerful. Now, I was talking about integrated practice, but before we go there, I want to show you one more way to practice the triads. So say you've got that diagonal approach together from that kind of Berklee way of thinking. Then play along the strings the inversions. And there's a triads book I wrote called Jazz Guitar Genius Triads that uses this approach. So you would play all the inversions on each string set. These are all, adjacent string sets. So you get the diagonal coverage, and then you get the along the string coverage. And then the way to integrate this is, say you're already practicing the Segovia cycle. So you're playing C major, A minor, G major, E minor. You're going through the scales. Add this into the mix. So for example, if you played, let's just take the example of G major. If you were playing the G major scale along the Segovia pattern, you could add into the mix these triads, or maybe better in this position here. Add them in and create the context for the scale. So the scale and the triad go together, major and minor. When you go to E minor, you'd play the E minor triads. And this way gives you a connection between kind of melodic options and accompaniment comping harmonic options. It kind of puts them in the same bag together. I've heard guitarists like Joe Pass talk about this sort of thing as well. So that's the lesson for today. I would encourage you to check out my Patreon if you want to learn in a group setting. I'm also doing a lot of private lessons now. You can visit my website. I'll link to all that stuff. And in the link for this video, I'll put the Berklee book as an affiliate link, and then also my Triads book, so you can check out those 2, hopefully, complementary methods if you're interested in getting this Triads thing together. Thanks for checking out the video.